very busy start. We have a fantastic and very diverse community here today, one of whom is Robb, Zumo Commercial Director with Zumo Enterprise. Thank you for joining us, Eddie.
Thank you for having me.
I wondered if you could kick us off by telling us more about you and Zumo Enterprise.
Yeah, sure. So I'm the commercial director at Zumo Enterprise. Zumo Enterprise is intelligent embedded crypto infrastructure for fintechs and banks. So we support the fintechs and banks of the UK in embedding crypto solutions into their existing offerings. So there's a huge opportunity there. Obviously, it's growing day by day. The crypto market is getting bigger and bigger, and we're finding more and more banks and fintechs looking for ways to get into that market in a secure way with trusted technology provider, and that's where we step in. So underneath it all, we have an API that runs our direct-to-consumer side of the business. We have Zumo app, which is out in market, and all our learnings, all the technology we built for that, we have available via our API. So that API is consisting of our wallets. So we've got two wallet types, custodial and non-custodial wallets. We have an exchange service which plugs into multiple liquidity providers, so we can always provide the best in market when it comes to exchange rates between crypto and the fiat. And we've also connected into fiat providers, so banking as a service solution, so that we can get that real transition between traditional fiat currencies and into cryptocurrencies. So a real smooth transition, and that's a big focus for us, is making sure that movement between old world fiat and new world crypto is as smooth as possible. But then on top of that layer of an API, we've productized a bunch of solutions. We've been out in market, figured out exactly what the clients are looking for, and tried to make it as consumable as possible so that fintechs and banks can take it off the shelf and plug it into their app. So one of our flagship products is what we call Crypto Invest, which is just buy, hold, and sell. So no sending and receiving, which that adds a lot of complexity to the model. So buy, hold, and sell. Connect into fiat currencies and just slot that into their existing solutions, so they can start offering some exposure to cryptocurrencies within the solution. Others we have are crypto yielding, NFTs coming very soon, remittances, so other different products that they can just take off the shelf. So Crypto Invest is a way to dip your toe in the water, to do it in test whether their customer base is interested in it, and then they can expand using our other services. And finally, within the UK, we can add some support with regards to crypto regulation, which is obviously one of the big question marks and big grey areas. Our direct-to-consumer side of the business is fully regulated. We're on the crypto register, one of only 30. So what we do between those two businesses is offer an introducer arrangement, which allows for basically introduction to the client will introduce their users to Zumo, but within their app. And it follows similarly to the agency model, where we will audit their KYC processes and make sure everything's above board, and then they can start accessing crypto solutions whilst they've got their own application in and waiting for their own registration to come good. So yeah, that's in a nutshell, quite a big nutshell, what Zumo Enterprise is all about. It's offering intelligent crypto infrastructure.
Fantastic introduction, so thank you for that.
Right.
And you talked about the tremendous growth in the crypto space, and there's certainly a lot of buzz, much like there is around embedded finance. However, the crypto world can seem complex and actually a bit intimidating for the uninitiated. How does Zumo Enterprises help overcome some of those barriers?
Yeah, sure. So as I sort of mentioned, we've got an API, and we can say here's our API, but we realized that the businesses we were speaking to wanted a little bit of a more consumable solution. So we've brought that together into different products. So as mentioned, Crypto Invest, and then we'll have yield incoming, we'll have NFTs. So that's one step we take towards doing that. Another layer that we go to is, as mentioned, we have our direct-to-consumer solution, and with that we've got a lot of experience in how to take something to market and educate a user base in the crypto world. Like our focus on the Zumo app side is on the crypto curious, right? It's those that aren't really in the space yet and they want some sort of helping hand into it. So that education is what a lot of our clients' users are going to be looking for as well. So what we have on that side is we're building out what we're calling our crypto college, and that's a lot of information, a lot of video content, a lot of data that can be used by our clients as well in a way that can help them educate their users as to why and how to get into the crypto space. So that education piece is something that we will help, and not just saying here's technology, have at it. We're going to say here's technology and here's a bit of our experience in how to make sure it gets used and uptake. Another piece that's sort of a big red flag and sort of an elephant in the room when it comes to crypto is the climate, the impact on the climate side, right? When we're speaking to banks and fintechs, they've obviously got their net zero strategies. If they go out in crypto without a thought around what that's going to do to their strategy, it's not going to fly very well. So what we're building out as well within the Zumo Enterprise suite is a climate mitigation widget, climate impact mitigation widget that is going to be tried and tested within the Zumo app, and then it'll be made available for all Zumo Enterprise clients as well. So it'll help them mitigate against the energy burn that comes with a Bitcoin transaction, whilst also the potential bad PR and press that comes with it, that they'll have an answer to cover that piece off, because we're, as Zumo, very out there. We've got a net zero strategy. We're taking that challenge on head first. We know it's a challenge, and we're doing everything we can to do it, and we want to share that with the industry. So there's a few pieces that we work on to help take away the fear of moving into the world of crypto.
Great. Well, you've touched on so many interesting issues there, and I'm glad you're going to be speaking more about this later in the day on one of our stages. But for now, kind of taking a look ahead down the road, what are some of the drivers? You mentioned this growing demand for crypto and the growth in the space. What are some of the drivers now and ahead that will really continue to expand that demand, both for crypto, both from consumers and businesses?
Sure. So from the businesses side, where we're seeing the demand coming is when they realize, hang on, this thing's here to stay now, right? There was a while when we started, well, maybe crypto won't last, but I think there's a fairly clear understanding it's here to stay now. And they're seeing a lot of their revenue moving, a lot of money, not revenue, but money from their accounts moving off to crypto native solutions, and they're going away. And a lot of these banks or fintechs' mission, their statement is to provide secure and trusted financial solutions to their client base. And some of the more nefarious crypto-only branded solutions are maybe not that safe place for them to do. So they're starting to see it as part of their duty to offer a secure solution to their customer base. So that's something we're hearing coming through, yes, from a duty bound, also from a revenue generation and a customer retention side of things. But also there's a huge piece for them with regards to customer adoption, so new customer attraction, new customers. There's a lot, as we say, we call them crypto curious. There's a lot of those people sitting on the fence, unsure as to whether they should dabble in this world yet. And the inclusion of crypto by a big bank or by a traditional world, a seeming traditional world fintech or bank, them adding crypto is going to see a whole new raft of people getting into the crypto world, those that are sitting on the fence. If they see that their bank's doing it, they're providing a trusted way to get into it, then it's going to increase the adoption of just pure trading of crypto solutions. So that's one way that's going to happen for the users as well. And then when we get onto the further adoption outside of just general trading of crypto, there's some huge innovations happening when it comes to remittances. Like obviously there's a lot of challenges in that space when it comes to the old world of fiat transactions moving money around the world. With stablecoin based payments, there's a few blockchains that are doing some really interesting things in that space, which we're hoping to be part of in the coming months. And then as well as that, there's payments, small amounts of payments, micro payments that can really start doing some really good stuff when it comes to using stable coins, or even a stable cryptocurrency, but stable coins mainly because they're faster and they're cheaper to operate. So there's a lot of things coming out there, and that's what really excites us about crypto world. It's not obviously the to the moon block bitcoins or those that's one part of it. We've always got that part of what can this technology actually deliver and what problems can it help solve, and they're just a couple that I've touched on there.
Fantastic. There are so many interesting strands to this conversation. You mentioned education in your earlier response, and I hope that we'll do some more of that today for our audience. But thank you so much for taking the time to join us.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thanks for having me. Yeah, great to be here. Cheers.